when I get the chance when we figure this out. Okay, so there's nothing really to take note. Let me start off with my traditional way of starting these videos. What's up, guys? It's Akromah. We're looking at a another replay analysis today. Today we're actually analyzing my play in a game because I want to try and give you guys what I like, try and relay what I think about when I'm jungling. And obviously, first and foremost, you want to go in front of the tower and stand around and dance and laugh. Um, no, don't do that. I'm just trying to have some fun in this round. But I'll try and like pause the game at spots and explain my decision making, like especially when their jungler shows up. Because in this game, if I recall, we have their jungle pretty well warded, and I'm making all my decisions based off of where their jungler is, and I know what I can get away with. So, taking a quick look at the matchups, they all look like they're pretty even lanes. Like even Karthus and Lux, who are against each other middle, both have teleport, and so that they kind of neutralize each other out there. Um, but other than that, there's not anything that's out of the ordinary. The only thing is, I think there's a barrier on one of them. Yeah, Draven has barriers, so I have to keep that in mind when I'm ganking him. Um, let's see. We'll get it started. Lux put a nice little ward out there. Honestly, if I'm Lux, I don't waste my ward this early. Most junglers don't go for ganks like this early, so you're gonna have half that ward wasted um, without even the jungler looking to gank. But it does give you an idea where he is in the jungle, which is nice. Usually, what I do is I last hit this group of wolves here with my Q, and then I walk over here, and and that way I still have my stacks. Because if you just like last hit with an auto attack, you're usually going to mess it up. But I got a really good leash there, and I'm going to red with pretty much full health. Usually I stay in this bush up here, but it won't really matter as long as you're just ready to run, and as long as you smite properly right when it crosses 520 health, then it's not a big deal. Because Lee Sin's pretty potent in killing or invading, excuse me, right there. It's a fairly common strategy on champions like Xin Zhao, Vi, sometimes Nocturne, and sometimes Lee Sin, Udyr too. Guys who can really duel real well, and Hecarim's kind of a weakish dueler, so that's like his only weakness. So it wouldn't be a bad choice by him. Lee Sin's here right now. He's doing a very standard clear. We're pretty much all on the same page, going at the same rate. Uh, I also opted to get my Q level 3 instead of my E. Your E brings you more utility because your E is your charge, but your Q will bring you, if you level at level 3, will give you faster clear speeds. And I'm really not really worried about ganking right now, even though I kind of have an opportunity to gank JS if I want to. I just kind of don't like really want it because I go for farm more. So I told Lisa, told Lux, just in case you didn't see that Lee Sin is running over here. I'm still just clearing. This should give me a level 4 from this camp, I think. And then I'll have more utility with my charge. So now I can start ganking now that I have my charge. And I'm just I'm weighing out the lane options here. They're pushed up here, but it's more warded. We have a pretty good ganking combo if I decide to come down here, because they are pushed up and they're pushing further, and it looks like I actually am. I forgot, but I actually do choose to go here. I go through their jungle, and I know their Lee Sin isn't down in this jungle because he went up that way, so I know I'm going to be able to get away with this pretty easily. So I'm coming in. They have no idea I'm coming, and I'm going to use Ghost like any second now probably. And I just go for the easy kill. That's Sona. I'm not going to go for the ADC. I got better positioning on Draven. Or on Sona than Draven. So it was a pretty easy kill there. This is ranked too, so keep in mind. This isn't like I'm just bashing. I mean, they definitely made a very bad mistake in pushing up that far. Um, but that kind of stuff happens all the time. It happens at plat level. So I tell her I see Lee Sin coming in. I'm trying to counter gank here. She should keep running to me, but she decides not to. And we could have made something happen here. We still do get one, I think, but I end up dying. Barely. We'll speed it up a little bit. So always, I like to look at game time a lot when I'm jungling. Right now I'm at 5 minutes, so 5 minutes actually isn't that important of a game time. But when I start approaching 6 minutes, I want to be planning on how I'm gonna do my next jungle clear. Because 7 minutes and 20 seconds is roughly the time that my blue's gonna be spawned. I don't have the timer on the nose right now, but that's just about in the area. So I do want to smite one time soon, right now, just so I get my smite on cooldown. So I'll probably smite this camp or the next camp I do. And I'll probably just go up to golems after this. Each time I'm just glancing at lanes, seeing the status of them. You see, right now, even though Teemo's winning this lane, so he doesn't really need assistance right now, but it it's not really in a position where I can really gank it, so there's no really reason to go up there. Lux left the lane, so I'm just taking a little bit of farm. I'm not really pushing it, but I'm kind of neutraling out the wave. And we're approaching 6 minutes and 10 seconds, so I'm probably going to do one more mini clear and then go try and time it so I get to blue right in time. Around 7 minutes, 10 seconds, 7 minutes, 20 seconds. If I recall, the timers on these buffs or the small camps are 1 minute. So and I actually know that. I don't know why I said if I recall. But if I recall, I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to be pretty sure that these raids are spawning soon. So I'm going to be ready to turn around just in case they spawn. They do spawn, and I decide to turn around and just get them. They're faster clear than golems are, and they're a little bit more efficient for an AoE clear like Hecarim. So 6 minutes 45 seconds. I'm going to go try and get in position. All the time I'm really glancing at where the ganks can be. Can the ganks be bottom? No, because we don't have people down there. Can the ganks be middle? No, Lux is in a relatively safe spot. Can the ganks be top? Yes, but it's well rewarded, so I don't have to worry about it. So, blue spawns. Tell my Lux that. I didn't mention earlier, I always try and go back at least 750 gold. This case I had more because I got first blood. But 750 gold gets you a Spirit Stone and Boots of Speed, and then any chains you want to just put into wards. You don't really need pots on Hecarim. So after this, I'm taking a glance at where Lee Sin's going. Lee Sin's going top, and I can't really counter gank it because I'm not in a position to. So I'll just tell him in chat. And while Lee Sin's going top, that means his jungle's free for the picking here. I look for a gank middle, but there really isn't one, especially since I'm not 6. So right now, the best idea is to just crush Lee Sin's jungle, make him waste his time up there, and hit 6, because I think I am pretty close. Yeah, I'm pretty close. Probably get it at the red buff. This ward right here is a very high traffic spot. A lot of people, mid laners ward over here because it's safer for them, but for me, when I'm counter jungling, this is a safer ward. You just get a lot of high traffic from their junglers coming through the spot, even the mid laners coming through the spot. Um, I have like no mana. I'm probably gonna look for a gank bottom because I know Lee Sin's top, so I don't have to worry about getting like countered. I know all the elements. I know what I'm up against, and comboed with. Oh, it looks like I missed my ult. Actually, it's embarrassing. I think I hit it on Sona, but I missed on another one. But so weighing the fact that Graves has high burst, and Alistar's a good tower diver, and Lee Sin's top, and the creep wave's in position, that's just a perfect opportunity to counter gank, and make Alistar say fuck yeah in all chat. I could push, but there's no real reason to. There's just, yeah, I just need to get back as fast as possible. My red, the trade-off there, by the way, if that doesn't work, is my red's vulnerable. But the thing is, I already got his red, and I towered up bottom. He has more vision of him, so I'm letting my Luxa know that he's there. I have a full top jungle just stocked with creeps to kill, so that's probably where I'm gonna go through next. Teemo's gonna be getting pushed in a second top, I think, so that might come in. That might look good. So again, glancing at where the ganks can be, where people can show up, and right now there's just nowhere. We have very good coverage top from Teemo. Lux is warding their blue, which is, I think he got a really slow clear on blue, so it's just really weird for a blue buff to not have spawned by 10 minutes. So that explains that. And bottom lane can't be ganked right now just because it's well warded in the position. The only way it could get ganked is not even through lane. Yeah, I guess through lane is the only way, because Lee Sin is a little bit tricky with his Ws. So I'm going to scout out the situation real fast. It's pushed up here and Jace is still around. I might eye up for a gank right there. And if there's no gank, I'm just going to go across and clear. There's nothing else to do. My ult's not even up, so I'm rarely looking for a gank when my ult's not up, unless it's just a strong counter gank. But there's really nothing to do right now, so just clear, 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 clear. Our bottom's starting to push up a little bit more, really, but kind of. 10 minutes and 30 seconds game time. Oh, here's Lee Sin. So Lee Sin's coming down here, and his only thing that's up right now, I know I took his red buff, and he's either going towards golems or he's going for a gank down here. So I'm gonna go into position and get ready to counter gank. Especially because there's nothing else to clear my jungle except raids, which are all the way over there. And So I'm just going to hang out a little bit right outside of vision. My gap closers will get me in when I need to. And they'll probably be in a giant clump as well. They start scooting back, so it looks like they have vision. I'll double check. They do have vision, so that explains that. Accidentally revealed Lisa in there too. But I decided to back off because it looks like they have vision and go elsewhere. My wolves are probably spawning in the next 20 seconds, but I'm gonna. It looks like Lux is moving towards their blue, so I'm gonna try and be ready to back her up or push middle or apparently take wraiths. So those are all my options. Lee Sin does show up, but Alsar is just a strong peel that doesn't even matter. So with Lee Sin showing up bottom, that opens up shoving middle, maybe tower diving middle, which is what I think I actually started thinking about doing here. Tower diving Karthus is really tricky, especially when he's the strongest one on their team right now. So I'm going to try and get him to use his wall, and it looks like I accidentally charged the tower or just decided I didn't really want it anymore. I decided to get back. And in the side time, I don't have a good timer on their blue. I was hoping their blue would spawn soon and I would go for it. But it's just not there, so the only option now is to farm. Gonna have to back top. Teemo doesn't really need any help. He's kind of right in the middle of the lane right now, so it's just more clearing. Lee Sin's ganking middle, so I'm gonna come on over, try and turn this around, or maybe not. Am I not paying attention, or am I just not caring? Looks like I'm not caring. Oh, Lux got into some trouble there. Good juke. So again, I was about to say this before Lee Sin even showed up. Bottom lane's the only place that can get ganked right now, and looks like he's doing just that. Ganks are very, very predictable. Karthus even tullied down there. There are 4 people down there in the lane, and Alistar just peels too strong. That opens up the top half of the map to tower diving because there are 4 bottom. That also opens up me shoving the middle right now, just because they have so much power bottom right now, and they have so much undefended. So I'm coming in through lane up here, looking to get a dive on the Jace. Looking to, if the dive isn't there, I'll probably push the tower. It doesn't even matter if he knows I'm there. There was no point to chasing more. I didn't have any gap closer to catch up to him. This was actually one of the bad decisions I made this game, because with 4 bottom, that's what you got to think about. You're also leaving Dragon undefended, and they're all in position to take the Dragon. It'd be different if Lux were middle and pushing middle. That'd mean that there's pressure on middle, and then she could also pressure the Dragon. But she wasn't there at the time, so it was kind of just not really the best play. But looks like I'm gonna just back off for now and let Teemo do his thing. So yeah, that was, I would say that's a mistake there, that tower dive. But you can still see how options are opened up by seeing where the jungler shows up, like when he shows up bottom. And he made a nice kind of counter move by taking the dragon there. So good job to him. Teemo's just going ham on their jungle, just controlling it like crazy. Jace is getting too far up right now, and I see that. So if he sticks around, I'll probably come for a gank here. Just like I'm telling you, when I was playing this game, just about like a solid quarter to half the time, I was just staring at the minimap. It doesn't take any attention or focus to hit Q as Hecarim in the jungle. You don't have to watch yourself do the creeps. You can just do other things. I probably have a lot of gold. Is probably why I'm backing right now. Yeah, 1100. Bottom's probably is where it's gonna be ganked. I think I just V-pinged down there because it's the only lane that's pushed up. So if we take a quick look at Lee Sin, look where he is. He's right over there in ganking position. Also, we know that there's not a lot of incentive for Lee Sin to come over here if there's no gank there and there's only his wolves. So he's going to spend a very short amount of time over here. He's going to spend most of his time between middle and between bottom. That's where the ganks are going to be for the most part. I know when I'm blue team, or yeah, when I'm blue team jungler, I hate ganking top, man. It's so far. The opportunity cost of going up there is just so damn high. Got another jungle clear to do with red spawning now. Okay, so Lee Sin's coming here, so I'm like, fuck the jungle clear. It's time to counter gank. Karthus is a lot beefier than I thought he was. And Lux, I didn't notice Lux isn't up as well. So that was actually that was another terrible play by me. But it still gives you a good idea of when you can counter gank and stuff like that. Oh, Lux, what are you doing? Probably should have just called off the dogs on that one, Lux. So that was really ugly. We'll speed it up. Also, I would like to say I got Glacial Shroud because it suits my playstyle a lot. I actually didn't mean to get this Ruby Crystal. I don't know why I got it. But the Glacial Shroud suits my tower diving a lot. pretty well played by our bottom lane. Our bottom lane is playing really solidly, which is more than you can hope for in solo queue. So I'm telling you, I'm just staring at the mini map right now. I'm just looking at my options. There's really aren't any other than clear the jungle, and now the option's gonna be D Karthus, or yeah, there's no gank top, but Karthus is shoving middle, and Lux isn't gonna be there, so maybe either gank Karthus or farm middle. I'm gonna be like, screw that, blue's up now. Let's just go for their blue. Thing is, with Karthus here it is. With Karthus push, that means he's free to get this blue buff, or to assist on this blue buff, whereas Lux is tied up getting that farm over there. So I'm just trying to do something. Teemo has enough map control up here that I can get away with doing what I'm doing right now. Teemo's also come down to assist me. I think I have a ward too. Just put the ward down. This Karthus really wants this blue buff. We're getting pinched in. Our positioning isn't the best here, but Teemo's a lot stronger than their Jace is, and their Karthus is just out of position, no flash up, so he's going to be dead. We have to disengage temporarily, but the best thing to do here is going to be put pressure on top lane, and put pressure on middle lane, and then go back for their blue buff. Because if pressure's on middle, that means Lee Sin's going to be middle. If pressure's on top, that means Jace is going to be top. So hopefully that's what I do. I can't remember what I do. I'll probably heal up here a little bit first with Spirit of the Dread, and hopefully smite maybe. Actually, I probably won't smite that. That's why that's one thing that I forgot to say a lot. Oh, I looked away for a second. I don't know what this Lee Sin's thinking. Conveniently kicks his Lux away so I can get the last hit. Awesome. That opens up his blue buff again. The pressure wasn't there before for me to take it. I mean, I could have gone for it, but I was a little bit low, and I didn't want to get owned by Lee Sin. It would have been a little bit of a risky play, but now it's not a risky play as long as Lux is pushing middle, tying up Karthus middle. And bottom lane's just pressuring the shit out of bottom, so that's good. I don't know how she lays straight. She could have just eat it. The only obvious choice right now is to apparently recall. I was going to say gank top because it looks like he's in a pretty good position to do so. I don't remember if his flash is not up or not, but it looks like it is. So maybe that's why I decided not to. The main thing is Teemo just hasn't looked like he needed any help all game. He's been holding his own pretty well, so I haven't really been helping his lane. I've been just trying to like suppress their jungle a little bit more. And just like go for map control and counter ganks more. Oh look, your blue buff's gone. Surprise, surprise. So knowing that Lee Sin's here, you saw him go up here. I'm actually a little bit intimidated of Lee Sin right now because he owned me so hard in that last 2v2. I didn't know how strong Teemo was at the time. So Teemo's trying to recruit me to go up. I'm just like, just play it safe. I'm going to farm. And he's like, no, 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 come top, come top, come top. So I'm going to come top. You also see bottom lane shifting towards middle for some weird reason. Honestly, I have no idea what that's about. Looks like they're going for our blue or pushing middle turret. Middle turret looks like. So I'm in counter ganking position. Give me seconds. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so pretty easy counter gank here. At the same time, Dragon just spawns. I don't really know how this counter gank or this dive goes. So if I put up pressure here, then that means we have a 3-on-2 for where's the 3-on-3? Is it 3-on-3? It might be a 3-on-3. But our 3 down there are way stronger than their 3 are. And Karthus is, I don't know what he's doing. Oh, TPing top. Sorry, sorry, I just zoned out so hard. I got out of the flow. So actually the Dragon opportunity wasn't there before because it was a 3-on-3. It kind of was and kind of wasn't. But it'd be neither team would have a smite. So what I'm gonna do is to keep Karthus here, or so our team can get the dragon. Is I'm just gonna push. I don't know if he'll stay here, but he should. And by putting pressure on this low tower, I'm gonna draw someone up here. Okay, it looks like it's not Karthus. Maybe I'll just get the tower. Who knows? They're probably respawning soon. They're probably pretty close. And we see Lee Sin over here. No, so I know I'm even safer than before. All I have to worry about right now is Jace, so I can just happily stay right here and get this tower. So yeah, a lot of the credit this thing goes our bottom lane, just holding their own all game, and definitely our top lane too. So maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was this game, but when both your lanes are winning, it makes your options a lot better. When your lanes are losing, even if you play well in the jungle, sometimes you'll just get owned in the jungle just because you can't really do shit. You have less options. You have fewer options, excuse me. IBG and the Iron Solari. I rarely build Iron Solari, but I wanted to turn the Health Ruby Crystal into something, and it's just not a bad item. But it's just not one I usually pick on Hecarim. I should say I rarely build on Hecarim. I build it like all the time on like Udyr and Xin Zhao when I play Xin Zhao, even though I don't play Xin Zhao that much, and like Zac and stuff like that. So looking at the options, you see Jace here. He's heading top probably. No idea where Lee Sin is. Probably just farming his jungle. There he is. He just showed up real fast. Alright, a lot of options because my top jungle is just full of farm. You can see it's a really repetitive process, jungling. It's just weighing your options and just looking and trying to gather information on where the jungler is. With Jace and Karthus middle, it looks like they're like going to push or something, but I don't know why they do that. They don't even have they're not in a good position to push right now. Teemo's going ham on these shrooms. So look how fast Hecarim clears like one half of the jungle. Just moves camp to camp to camp to camp. A lot of times he can just maintain his Q stacks too. It looks like I did. And just speed clear. With Teemo bottom, I'll probably just go soak up top farm. Looks like there's like a big wave pushing in. Teemo just got raped. And you'll see one of the best things I'm best at when I'm jungling is I make sure that I don't fall behind in level like this Lee Sin is. Lee Sin's level 10. Oh god, what are they doing? I forgot about this. Very dumb. It's 22 minutes, and I'm full health Hecarim with a smite up. I don't know what they're thinking. Perfect ult by Lux. That is just dumb by them. And then we're going to get objective. We should be able to get objectives here. Oh, it looks like Karthus wants to defend. So right now Karthus defending. We have a 4-on-2, right? And their only damage is going to be Karthus. So a very easy tower dive here. And Alistar makes it even easier. And we should get middle tower turret too. We could even push for another turret. They might do that. Yeah. So good job by them. That's just a huge. I mean, like I said, even at plat, people are just doing dumb stuff like trying to Baron there. Like, what the hell are they thinking? Anyways, what I was saying before the crazy Baron happened is I try and make the focus of my game keeping up in the level and farming as efficiently and as I can with both speed and like yeah, and without I don't know, being too much of a farm whore. I don't like take lane farm, but I just make sure I minimize the amount of time that my creep camps are up. It's like a lot of times it's just committing to your decisions. Like commit to your farm or commit to your gank. Don't just like float around in no man's lands and forget to you know, kill your wraith camp. Especially with Hecarim, who kills them so fast, so quickly. Excuse me. It's not a lot going on right now. Looks like the game's gonna be over soon. Damn, I didn't even know this was 7-2. I knew I had a lot of kills this game, but that's more than it even seems like. Because I haven't even done anything like that amazing. There's really... We see where Lee Sin is, we see where Karthus is. That means Jace probably around here somewhere. Looks like Sona's actually around there. Someone has to stop the team up pressure, because if no one's top, then that means team up's just going to push top in. Let's look at that again. I should have paused more this game. Give me a sec. So I see Lee Sin here, I see Karthus going bottom, and the pressure's coming bottom. So what I'm going to do, and apparently Lee Sin's not even going to notice that I'm doing this, is I'm just going to wait here. Lee Sin's going to be walking right through, and boom, set the trap. Like, I think that was a little bit of lack of attention from him, honestly. So, you know what he's doing when he lays the ward down, he's trying to jump to it. It's a very easy ult to finish him off. Looks like our Graves is being an absolute monster. So now it's just, we own them, it's back to pressure. That's what it is, it's just a game of pressure, and like, pressure on different parts of the map when you're jungling and you're responding to that. They can only defend one of their lanes right now, or two of their lanes right now, and they can't even really defend it that well. because they're all dead. Yeah, it looks like this one's pretty much over. There's not that much more to talk about. I'm sorry we really couldn't review your game, Justin, if you're still watching. Uh, it's just like I didn't want to stall any more time or waste any more time, I should say. You gotta get back here. They're all spawning. Sometimes when you stay too long, not that we'd ever stay here, but sometimes people work really hard to get the inhibitor, and they stay while they're really low and shit, and then they disengage at the last possible second. That opens up Baron for them. So you have to always remember, you have to recall in time, or you have to have some like way of defending against the Baron attempts. At least in just doing a bad chase. I'm telling you, like people think that at Plat, people just stop making mistakes. It doesn't. Even at Diamond, when people make mistakes, when I watch like Diamond streams, Diamond 1 streams, people make mistakes. Um, the key to moving up in ELO is limiting the amount of mistakes you make. And you do that by warding. So, warding and making proper decisions. So you're just, or like, yeah. There's not much more to say about that. So yeah, things that did well this game, looked for counter ganks and really responded to the jungler well. Things that I did poorly were my tower dives were a little bit crappy. Like they could have been better. But I think thinking about tower diving is always a good option. Some of them I shouldn't have gone for. Uh, Yeah, and that like that one time top when they're four bottom. Like if they're smart, they're gonna go for Dragon Raid afterwards, especially after like what would I be doing if I were like Lee Sin bottom and I saw their jungler's top and we have four here? I'd be like, yo, free dragon, and that'd be my response to their pressure. So they did that, and I should have had the foresight to stop that. Um, my build was a little bit funky this game. Other than that, I think I did a pretty good job, and hopefully I made it look kind of easy. I didn't do as good of a job with this replay analysis as I hope to. I hope to get more in depth with like um, dichotomizing my thinking, and like that was like the key of everything is to just stop, freeze frame, be like, hey, what do I do now? Like responding to where the jungler is. Like I know I made a point of that, but I probably could have explained my thought process a little bit more. So let me know what you guys liked, what you didn't like. Sorry if it looks like I'm tooting my own horn because I did really well this game or whatever. It's not really the case. I just thought this was a good example of a game where I knew exactly what the jungler was doing at all times and knew exactly how to respond to it. But I'm telling you, just stare at the minimap. If you have a lot of good words out there, just stare at the minimap. My teammates did a good job of making me able to take advantage of that. So again, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Uh, hopefully you found it somewhat useful. Bye guys.